Detective Liam Hayes, a seasoned investigator known for uncovering the truth at any cost, had just wrapped up a grueling 14-hour shift. The quiet hum of his car radio filled the silence as he drove through the deserted streets of Lakewood. It was the kind of small town where everyone knew everyone, and secrets rarely stayed hidden, or so people thought. As Liam pulled into the station's parking lot, his phone buzzed. It was a message from Officer Clara Benson, a rookie who had been shadowing him for the past few months. Something strange on Willow Street. A man just turned himself in. Claims he killed someone. You might want to check this out. Liam sighed, rubbing his temples. He was ready to head home, but curiosity got the better of him. A self-confession in a place like Lakewood was practically unheard of. When he entered the station, the air was thick with tension. Clara stood by the front desk, her face pale. Behind her, in the small holding room, sat a man in his late 40s, his hands cuffed and his expression unreadable. His clothes were dusty, and a faint smear of blood marked the cuff of his sleeve. "What's the story?" Liam asked. Clara handed him a notepad. He walked into the diner on Willow Street, sat down, and asked the waitress to call us. "When I arrived," he said, "I killed him." "You should arrest me." Liam's eyebrows shot up. "Did he say who?" Clara shook her head. "Not yet." "He's waiting for you." Liam nodded and walked into the holding room, closing the door behind him. The man looked up, his eyes meeting Liam's with a mix of defiance and sorrow. "Detective Hayes." Liam introduced himself, pulling out a chair. "You've got everyone's attention tonight. Mind telling me your name?" The man hesitated, then replied, "Tom Leland." Liam leaned forward. "All right, Tom. Why don't you start from the beginning? Who did you kill?" Tom's hands trembled as he clasped them together. "It was an accident," he began, his voice cracking. "But it doesn't matter. He's dead because of me." "Who?" Liam pressed. Tom whispered, "My neighbor. We were arguing in the barn. I pushed him, and he hit his head on the edge of the tractor. He didn't get up." Liam's mind raced. Ben Carter was a prominent farmer in the area, known for his generosity and community involvement. His sudden death would send shockwaves through Lakewood. "And you didn't call for help?" Liam asked, his tone firm, but not accusatory. Tom shook his head. "I panicked. I left him there." Before Liam could respond, there was a knock on the door. Clara stepped in, her face grave. "Detective, we just got a call. Ben Carter was found alive. He's in the hospital with a concussion, but he'll make it." Liam turned back to Tom, his eyes narrowing. "Care to explain that, Tom?" "Ben's alive. Why did you lie?" Tom's face crumpled as tears streamed down his cheeks. "I needed someone to listen to me. I thought if I confessed to something big, someone would finally pay attention." "To what?" Liam demanded. "My daughter." Tom sobbed. "She went missing 3 weeks ago. Everyone says she ran away, but I know she didn't. I thought if I got arrested, someone would care enough to look into it." Liam's heart sank. He had heard about Emily Leland's disappearance, but had assumed, like many others, that she had left of her own accord. Now, hearing her father's desperation, he realized he might have been wrong. Standing up, Liam placed a reassuring hand on Tom's shoulder. "We're going to find her, Tom. You have my word." Liam wasted no time. As soon as he left the holding room, he called Clara over. "We need everything we have on Emily Leland's case. Contact her friends, check her social media, and cross-reference any unusual activity in the past month." Clara nodded, her determination matching his. "On it, detective." Within hours, the pieces began to fall into place. Emily's last known location wasn't the town square, as everyone assumed, but a hiking trail on the outskirts of Lakewood. Her phone had pinged off a tower in that area just before going dark. Witnesses reported seeing a white van parked near the trailhead around the same time. Liam's gut churned. Get me the make and model of every white van registered in this county. Also, check for any missing persons cases that might connect. By midnight, a breakthrough came. A van matching the description had been reported abandoned on a dirt road near the trail. Officers dispatched to the scene found more than they bargained for: torn clothing, strands of hair, and signs of a struggle. But no Emily. The evidence suggested she had been taken further into the woods. Liam joined the search team, trekking through dense forest with flashlights cutting through the darkness. Hours passed with no sign of her. Finally, just as dawn broke, a faint cry echoed through the trees. Help! The team sprinted toward the sound, finding Emily tied to a tree, her face pale but alive. She had been left there, scared but unharmed. As they freed her, Emily looked up at Liam, tears streaming down her face. My dad. Did he? Liam nodded. He never gave up on you. Emily's reunion with her father was emotional, the kind of moment that reminded Liam why he had chosen this line of work. Tom's desperate act had saved his daughter, and Liam knew he'd never forget the lengths a parent would go to for their child. For more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. See you next time.